which way I ought to walk from here?
It depends on a good deal where you want to get to.
I don't much care where.
Then it doesn't matter which way you walk.
As long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure I'll do that? If you walk long enough.
What sort of people live here?
In that direction is a chair. That direction is a hatcher. Let's see the one you like. They're both mad.
I don't want to go among mad people.
You can't help that. Well, I'm mad. You're mad. I'm mad. We're mad. Here.
I'm mad.
You must have want to come here.
And how do you know you are mad?
To begin with, the dog not mad. You get that?
I suppose so.
Well then, when I growl when I'm angry and wag my tail when I'm pleased. Now, I growl when I'm pleased. Thief and wag my tail when I'm angry. Therefore, I'm mad.
I call it purring, not growling.
Call you what you like. Do you play croquet with the queen today?
I would like it very much, but I haven't been invited yet.
Go see me there. Bye-bye. What became of the baby? I nearly forgot to ask.
It turned into a pig.
I thought it would.
I've seen hatters before. What shall be much the most interesting? And as this is May, it won't be raving mad. At least not so mad as it wasn't much.
Did you say pig or fig?
Pig. I wish it wouldn't keep appearing and vanishing so soon. It makes one quite giddy.
All right.
I've often seen a cat without a grin. A grin without a cat is the most curious thing I've ever saw in all my life.
Dear, how queer everything is today. And yesterday things went on just as usual. I wonder if I've been changed in the night. Let me think. Was I the same when I got up this morning? I almost think I can remember feeling a little different. But if I'm not the same, then the next question is, who in the world am I? Ah, that's the great puzzle. I'm sure I'm not Ada, for her hair goes in such long ringlets and mine doesn't go in ringlets at all. And I can't be Mabel, for I know all sorts of things, and she, oh, she knows very little. Besides, she is she and I'm I, and oh dear, how puzzling it all is. I'll try if I know all the things I used to know. Let me see. 4 times 5 is 12. And 4 times 6 is 13. 4 times 7, oh dear, I shall never make it to 20 at that rate. However, the multiplication table doesn't signify. Let's try geography. Let me see. London is the capital of Paris, and Paris is the capital of Rome, and Rome is the capital. No, that's all wrong. I'm certain. I must have been Mabel after all. I'll try to say, how doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail, and pours the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. I'm sure those are not the right words. I must be Mabel after all, and I shall have to go and live in that poky little house and have next to no toys to play with, and oh, ever so many lessons to learn. No, I've made up my mind about it. If I'm Mabel, I'll stay down here, and it'll be no use their putting their heads down and saying, "Come up again, dear." I shall only look up and say, "Who am I then? Tell me that." And if I like being that person, I'll come up. If not, I'll stay down here until I'm someone else. But oh dear, I do wish they would put their heads down. I'm so very tired of being all alone here.
Here's somebody's shawl that's blown away. It seems there's quite a hurricane here in this wood. I wonder who this shawl belongs to.
Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Bread and butter.
It's the White Queen, and the shawl must be hers. May I put your shawl straight for you?
I don't know what's the matter with it. It's out of temper, I think. I've pinned it here and I've pinned it there, but there's no pleasing it.
Well, it can't go straight, you know, if it's all pinned on one side. And dear me, what a state your hair is in.
I lost the brush in it. And I lost the comb yesterday.
Here, let me help you. I'm sure you'll look rather better in a moment, but really, you should have a lady's maid.
I'll take you, with pleasure. 2 pence a week and jam every other day.
Oh, I don't want you to hire me, and I don't care for jam.
It's very good jam.
Well, I don't want any today.
You couldn't have any today even if you did want it. It's jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today.
But it must come sometimes to jam today.
No, never. It's jam every other day. Today isn't any other day, you know.
Dreadfully confusing.
That's the effect of living backwards. It always makes me a little giddy at first.
Living backwards? I've never heard of such a thing.
There's one great advantage in it. One's memory works both ways.
I'm sure mine only works one way. I can't remember things before they happen.
It's a poor sort of memory that only works backwards.
Well, what sort of things do you remember best?
Things that happened the week after next. My finger's bleeding.
Are you okay? Have you pricked your finger?
I haven't yet, but I soon shall. Oh!
And when do you expect to do it?
When I fasten my shawl again, my finger will just slip.
You're holding it all crooked.
Oh, there, you see? I've pricked my finger. That accounts for all the bleeding.
But why don't you scream now?
But I've already done all the screaming. What would be the point in doing it all over again? There goes the shawl.
This is grand. It's almost as if I were a queen, too. And queens have to be dignified, you know. Those crowns look awful heavy. Please, would you tell me?
Speak when you are spoken to.
But if you only spoke when you were spoken to, and the other person was always waiting for you to speak, then no one would ever speak.
Ridiculous. Did I hear you say you wanted to be a queen?
Oh, I'm sure I didn't mean it.
Ridiculous. You can't be a queen until you have passed a proper examination.
Oh, I'm sure I really didn't mean.
You should have meant. What is the use of a child without any meaning? A child is more important than a joke, I hope, and even jokes have meanings. You can't deny that, even if you tried with both hands.
But I don't deny things with my hands.
Nobody said you did.
She's in that state of mind where she wants to deny something, only she doesn't know what to deny.
I invite you to Alice's dinner party this afternoon.
And I invite you.
didn't know I was having dinner for all, but if I was to, I should try to get.
We gave you the opportunity of doing so, but I dare say you haven't had very many lessons in manners.
Manners aren't taught. Lessons teach you to do something.
Addition? What's 1 and 1? 1 and 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 1.
I don't know. I lost count.
She can't do addition. Can you do subtraction? Take 9 from 8.
I can't take 9 from 8, you know.
She can't do subtraction. Can you do division? Divide a loaf by a knife. What's the answer to that?
Well,
Bread and butter, of course. She can't do sums a bit. Can you answer useful questions? How is bread made?
oh, I know that. You take some flour, and then you
Pick the flour. In the garden or in the hedges?
don't pick it at all. It's ground.
How many acres of ground?
Never mind. What is the French for fiddle-dee-dee? Do you know languages?
Fiddle-dee-dee isn't English.
Whoever said it was?
Well, if you'll tell me the language that he is in, I will tell you the French for it.
Queens never make bargains.
I wish queens never asked questions.
Don't let us quarrel. What's the cause of lightning?
Oh, the cause of lightning is thunder. No, never mind. I meant it the other.
Too late. Once you've said a thing, that fixes it. And you must take the consequences.
Oh, I am suddenly so sleepy.
She's tired, poor thing. Lend her your hair, lend her your nightcap, sing her a soothing lullaby.
I don't have a nightcap with me, and I don't know any soothing lullabies.
I must do it myself then. Hush-a-bye, lady, in Alice's lap. Till the feast is over, we time for a nap. When the feast is over, we'll go to the ball. Red queen and white queen and Alice and all.
Now they're both sleeping. What am I to do? It's never happened in the history of England that someone had to deal with 2 sleeping queens at once. No, never. Oh, do wake up, you heavy things. Well, if they are sleeping, I may as well sleep too. It's so very strange here. I'm sure when I wake up it will make more sense.